When fear overtakes your life, fear doesn't just come alone. Fear moves in with cousins, uncles, nephews, grandmas, nieces, and all the related relatives of fear, and those manifest in forms of health hazards in our life. Hi friends, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, it is so good to have you. I sincerely appreciate you. My name is Noki. About a week ago, I started a series called Drop That Habit. This is part of the Motivation for Success series that I do on this channel every week, and I believe it is very important for us to get motivated as we go about our businesses or our life. If you are not in business, you still need motivation to get up and go and clock in, punch in into that job where you are employed. And you might be a stay-at-home mom and you might feel discouraged at times. So this series is designed for you to stay motivated and inspired. As we go about in life and in business, we acquire some bad habits, and bad habits are very, very hard to drop. So that's why I started this series, Drop That Habit. This was towards the end of last year when this idea crossed my mind as we were getting ready to get into the new year. However, I discovered that it doesn't have to be a beginning of the year thing only. These are habits that we need to incorporate in our lives and practice on a daily basis. This way we can achieve more, we can get more done, and we can be more successful. Once we drop most of these bad habits, one at a time or two at a time or whatever it is that works for you, we are going to become better people to be around and more successful people in every single thing that we do. So with that being said, my friend, if you missed part 1 of the Drop That Habit series, where I gave you 10 habits to drop in order to be successful in life and in business, I'm going to link that video in the description box. So make sure that you go and watch that video right after this one. It doesn't matter what order you watch these videos, okay? So with that being said, my friend, let's get on with the next 10 habits that you and I should drop in order for us to succeed in life and in business, and for us to be more enjoyable people to be around. So the number 1 on this list, which is actually number 11 habit that you and I have to drop, is stop worrying about what people think about us, especially people who are remotely connected with us, people that we are not related to, people who really don't have an impact in our lives. Whether to quit the habit of worrying about what people think, because the more you worry about what Jack and Jill, Ben and Bernice think about you, I tell you, you're going to be stuck, because you cannot control what anybody thinks about you. So it's high time you and I quit the habit of worrying about what people think about us, because no matter what you do, people will still think things about us, and we cannot control what they think. And the number 12 habit that you and I have to drop, of course these are so interlinked and related, we have to stop being people pleasers. Because if you are a people pleaser, you are going to be going round and round in circles trying to please each and everybody, especially if you are in leadership. You have to be very careful, which I think you are. Each and every one of us, we are leaders one way or another, some in business, some in church, some in families. So no matter what you do, you are not going to please everybody. And if you find yourself stuck in a trap of trying to please people around you, you are not going to achieve much, because you will start something, and before you get far, you will realize that people are not happy with what you are doing, and then you will try to change and try to change. So you'll be like on a merry-go-round and you'll be stuck. So you and I have to stop being people pleasers. It doesn't benefit us, it doesn't benefit anybody. If anything, we should just aim to please God, because He is the person who really matters in our lives. He's the one person who matters first and foremost before our family. God is the one who really matters in our lives. I'm talking about trying to please co-workers, trying to please strangers, trying to please people really who don't have too much influence on your life. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? So on number 13, we have to quit living a life of fear. Oh my goodness. Some of us are afraid of everything. Some people are so crippled by fear that they can't even operate. They are afraid of failure. They are afraid of success. They are afraid of people. They are afraid of the dark. They are afraid of life in general. They're just living a life of fear. And you know that when you live a life of fear, what you are meditating on that fear, and fear is going to overtake your life. When fear overtakes your life, fear doesn't just come alone. Fear moves in with cousins, uncles, nephews, grandmas, nieces, and you know, all the related relatives of fear, and those manifest in forms of health hazards in our life. They manifest in anxiety, and anxiety's cousin, depression, high blood pressure. So my friend, it's about time that you quit living a life of fear. We can't live a life of fear. Are you afraid to start that business? Are you afraid of success? Yes, some of you are afraid of what will people think when I succeed. And then contrary, you also say, what do people think if I fail? So let's stop living a life of fear and just live a life of faith and trusting and believing God. Also believe in yourself as well. Yes, let's have some kind of belief system. Let's believe that we can do it, whatever it is that we set ourselves to do, and let's remove fear. Get over that fear. I do not want to underestimate this. Some of that fear may have been maybe due to some past experiences, in which case I recommend highly that you seek help, seek medical or spiritual help, and then you can be delivered from living a life of fear. And that way, after you get rid of that fear and its cousins and uncles and nephews, you are definitely going to start seeing a fruit in your life. You are going to see your life taking shape, and you will start living a life of purpose, because I don't know anybody who lives a life of purpose if they are living in fear. Does that make sense, my friend? If it does, please give me that thumbs up. And the number 14 habit that you and I have to drop, my friend, is stop trying to run before you walk. Yeah, I'll break it down. You better believe I will. In life, we have to take baby steps in every single thing that we do, just like the analogy of a baby. Especially if you're going to take on a new project or a new assignment in life, or a new task in life, you have to study what is involved in that task. Don't start by the conclusion before you write the introduction. Yes, you have to, of course, do your research of whatever it is. Take the baby steps one day at a time, and you are going to see yourself achieving more. You won't be all over the place trying to go back to learn how to crawl when you are already trying to run. Okay, and this applies to a lot of things in life. Whether you're trying to get out of debt, do it in a systematic way. Whether you're starting a new business, do it in a systematic way. Start somewhere and then grow and grow. Don't just start by hiring a team of 10 or hiring a team of 3 before you could even launch and establish your business. Just start you as yourself, and maybe your children if you are doing a home-based business, which is what I really encourage on this channel. Yeah, start where you are by yourself. So let's learn to do life one day at a time, step by step, according to the order of nature and creation. So, and then on number 15, you and I have to stop the comparison business. Let's stop comparing ourselves with other people. Why do it? And the reason why we have to stop the comparison, the reason is because each and every one of us has been gifted with different gifts. You have different talents from me. I don't have the same talents as you. If you really look at your life, you know exactly what you're talented in. You know what you're passionate about. You know what you're good at. You don't have to compare yourself with anybody. Otherwise, that will be one of the biggest recipes of failing in life. Let's stop the comparison business, because it doesn't work, and it has never worked for anybody. If anything, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Compare yourself to who you were last year, 10 years ago, and where you are today. If you're going to compete, don't compete with another person, just compete with yourself, and that way you are going to have a clear picture of where you need to go next, because it's through that comparison that we end up starting things that we don't finish. Because if you see somebody having something, you want to do that and you drop what you're doing, then you're attracted to what Sue is doing, and then you jump onto what Sue is doing, and you're attracted to what Jim is doing. John is going back to school at age 50, and then you decide you're going back to school at age 50, and yet you don't even know the goal or the reason why John is going back to school, why he is going back to school. So just be yourself, don't compare yourself with anybody, okay? And then coming in at number 16, if you have friendships that you are always made to feel like you have to fit in, or you feel you are made to feel inferior, my friend, drop those kind of relationships. I don't think I need to explain this one any further. Drop the unhealthy friendships where where you feel like you don't belong. You should be surrounded by people where either you are learning something, you are encouraging one another, you are lifting each other up, and not looking down on one another. And if you are the one looking down on people, you better quit that habit, because it's not going to serve you, neither is it going to save anybody around you. And the danger of looking down on people is that you miss opportunities of learning valuable lessons in life, or things that you need to learn, whether it's for your business or how to improve or grow your relationships, okay? So I'm not going to dwell on that one. Quit, drop, and leave bad relationships. You only have one life to live, and you don't have another one in the bank to go and withdraw and live over again. So if you are made to feel some kind of way whenever you are with this friend or these friends, then you are in bad company, my friend. So coming in at number 17, another group of people that you may consider dropping is those so-called friends who negatively influence you. What am I talking about? With these friends or so-called friends, you find yourself in the wrong places. You find yourself at places where there is a lot of trouble. You find yourself even committing crime. So those are people who are negatively influencing you. There is nothing productive that comes out of their meetings, and you don't want to be part of that. You have to drop hanging with those people, and you have to be very alert and know exactly where you are going in life, because like I said before, you only have one life to live. So I hope you are fully aware of who is around you and how do they influence you. Are you seeing or doing all the unhealthy things that violate your values? It doesn't violate your values, then maybe it is okay. Make sure you hang around with people of influence. And I know somebody's like, oh yeah, she's talking about high class. No, I'm not talking about that. It can be somebody who's full of wisdom. They have to influence you in a positive way, so to speak. Yes, whatever it is that they are talking about, or whatever it is that they are suggesting or recommending to you, it has to be something that is positive in your life, that is going to make you a better person, a better mom, a better father, a better husband, a better wife, a better daughter, a better whatever or relationships you have. You have to surround yourself with people who influence you positively. That was number 17. And coming in at number 18, we have two more to go after this one, and then we'll wrap it up. Yeah, at number 18, stop giving excuses. You know, there are people who, whatever moment they get to explain themselves, they are giving excuses. Even in situations where there's no need to give an excuse, stop giving excuses. No matter what you do, stop giving excuses. Even if you do something that is maybe not so good, or something that is wrong, take full responsibility. You're going to see that if you are a person who takes full responsibility, you're going to be a person who lives a life of integrity. You're going to be a person who is more accountable, and you're going to be a person who is enjoyable to be with. So stop giving excuses. In business, take full responsibility. I always give examples when you're running an online business and you have a customer who is upset for one thing or another. The first thing you have to do, my friend, in order to calm them down and to kind of reason with them, because at times when they are angry, they are not even reasoning, is to take full responsibility. That may mean that the first and foremost thing to do is apologize, and apologizing is the first step to taking full responsibility. No excuses. Don't be explaining things and come across as a person who is understanding, or who is going to say something good, and then halfway through the sentence you say but. Because the moment you say but, you are erasing everything that you said prior to that. So let's stop giving excuses, okay? Okay, my friend, I hope we're still on the same page. If you're still watching, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't done so. It's absolutely free. And number 19 is definitely related to number 18. Stop the blame game. Stop blaming other people for your failure. Stop blaming other people for things that you are fully responsible for, the things that you were supposed to do and didn't do. Stop blaming them. Stop blaming your parents why you did not do well in school. Stop the blame game. Just pick up where you are and improve your situation in life. Enough with the blame game. We have to stop blaming our bosses. We have to stop blaming our school teachers. We have to stop them. Even if they called you names or told you that you are not going to amount anything, it is up to you to show up and live a life that God gave you and the life that God ordered for you. And don't blame people because for one, like I've said before, you cannot control what people say or think, and the things that people say about you, don't blame them. If anything, they don't know any better. They are not God. So stop blaming people for being unsuccessful. Stop the blame game. It will not help you. It's just a waste of time and energy. You and I just have to do what we have to do in order to improve or to better our lives, okay? So let's quit the blame game. And then on number 20, this, like all of them, is going to be a way that you and I will have to be very conscious to live our lives. Let's stop saying negative things about other people. As much as we don't like anybody saying negative things about us, let's start here. Let's stop saying negative things about other people, because you know what, before you say anything about anybody, especially if they are not there, ask yourself, would I say this if they were here? Would I repeat this thing that I'm about to say? Would I say it about them if they were here listening? If the answer is no, my friend, or if you hesitate, then that means you are not going to say that thing. So those are the 10 from 11 to 20, which is part 2 of the bad habits to drop. And I will continue next week, because there are more bad habits that you and I have to drop in order for us to be successful in life and in business, and for us to be better as citizens of the world. We have to drop all of these habits, and it may take a long time. I didn't say that it was going to be easy, but we have to be very conscious and make an effort to drop these habits, especially the ones that we really can change immediately. Let's try by all means to drop those habits, my friends. That way the world will be a better place. And for the world to be a better place, it will take you and I doing our part to change those bad habits that we have gotten used to. Did I provide value today? If I did, give me a thumbs up. Thank you so very much, my friends, for watching. I'll cut it here today, and I'll see you in a few days on my next video, where I'll be talking about more ways of making and saving money, in most cases in the comfort of your home. Yes, for some jobs you have to get out, but you stay tuned right here on the Mompreneur Lady channel. With that being said, thank you. Remember to leave me a comment and tell me what you think. So now, if you didn't watch part 1 of this Drop Your Habit series, go back and watch that video, which I'm going to link in the description box below. It's going to be the first link that you're going to see after under the description and watch that one. Leave me a comment there as well, and also leave me a comment here. I call them leave your footprints. If you leave your footprints, I'll know that you're here, and I'll sincerely appreciate that. Thank you so much, my friend. And with that being said, remember to be kind, and don't forget to do small things with great love. From my heart to yours. Adios. Bye bye. God bless you. Love you. See you next time.